I did a little video earlier about environments for living and a way to present it. Thought I'd do a little follow-up, a little shorter one, just as another example of some things you can bring to people's attention and a way to, again, differentiate us as different from the competition. Because certainly that's one of the problems, particularly when you have the builders who are selling the price per square foot and deals and that kind of thing. Here's another example. After you kind of give them a little history, that Energy Star is kind of everybody pretty much is Energy Star now. That it's been around for a number of years. It's a government program, and verifying what they know about it is giving them a few examples. Here's another one you can use that I think would be effective and maybe helpful with some of your buyers. Mr. Buyer, one of the things that's very interesting about home building, particularly over the last 10 or 12 years, is that home building itself, while we're still building homes, the equipment and the technology and the engineering that goes into them is really advanced very rapidly over the last 10 years. Kind of like our cell phones. Look at the kind of cell phone you might have been carrying 10 years ago and look at what you have in your pocket now, or computers, or a lot of those kind of things. Probably one of probably the biggest change we've seen, obviously, is in environmental concerns, green building practices, materials, and the way the homes were built, and that type of thing, low emission paints, and all these things that you read about, but particularly in the energy side of homes. And one of the things which started off with just like a little better air conditioners or a little more insulation, they've come around to the idea that understanding that the energy efficiency, the comfort and savings that goes with an energy efficient green home it requires that you take the entire home as a unit, as a total package, in order to achieve that. Just like an automobile. A car, just because a car has a more efficient engine in it, does not necessarily mean that it's going to get better gas mileage than a car without that engine. There's other things that go into it. Transmissions and gear ratios and the kind of tires, how the exterior of the car, how wind efficient it is, that type of thing. And it's the same thing on a home. And so one of the things that's come about is that that these homes are being looked at as a total package and everything that goes into it and how they fit in. On the program that we belong to, Environments for Living, and we're at the platinum level. The reason I bring that up is that there's multiple levels. In fact, we even exceed platinum, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later, but is that there's a lot of energy programs out there. There's Energy Star, which is about 15% better than the minimum building code. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really know of any builders who aren't at least Energy Star anymore. And actually, there's levels within Energy Star. Right. And then you got all these other programs, Power Smart and Powerhouse and Builders Challenge and LEED and Green Belt, and all of which are variations on Energy Star. They take Energy Star and build on it a little bit. Well, Environments for Living, one of the reasons we participate in that is that it's designed for our homes here in Houston, our specific challenges and so forth. The other thing about it is that it gives the buyer, it gives us as a builder, but also you as a buyer, some written assurances as to how you can expect the home to perform. And I'll kind of put it in perspective for you. An EFL home, an Environments for Living, like we build, as compared to a normal Energy Star home, you could save, depending on the size of the home, like this one, for instance, is about $40 a month. Well, if you're saving $40 a month every month, it's $40. But it's no different than if the price of the home was $8,000 less. Because if you're financing that, typically at today's interest rates, that would be the equivalent of about $4,000 about $8,000 in the price, about $5 per thousand. So those are things that aren't always real obvious to us. That we start thinking about, because once again, when you add all your bills up every month, not just the mortgage payment, but electric bill, gas bill, all those other things, right? We get a total. Well, if I'm saving money over here, with the total, regardless of where it comes from, well then obviously that means it's a little better value. And I don't think we need to wonder about what's going to happen with utility bills in the future, do we? There's a good chance they're going to go up. So again, like all the homes that we build here at Plantation Homes, we've never been the minimum. Again, our buyers tell us, they've owned minimum before, they've had to settle before. There's things they expect to see, and so we want to provide that. But here's the other thing, is that builders provide warranties and guarantees on the components they put in the home. For instance, your air conditioner compressor, won't break over a period of years, or is warranted for a period of years. Your dishwasher, your oven, the fireplace, it could be the shingles, they all come with individual warranties. But the one area on this whole energy efficiency thing is that where builders have not done things in the past is, how much is it really going to cost? Well, now the home we're in here, I'm going to show you this little piece of paper, and you see where it says $70. That means that this home has been tested and guaranteed by the Environments for Living program that the heating and cooling portion of our bill is going to be $70 a month. Now, heating and cooling, just to put that in perspective, here in Houston usually averages 50 to 55% of our annual bill. This summer is probably a lot more, but when you average it all out, during the heating and cooling portion of your electric and gas bill, come out in that area, because the 50 to 55% range. Primarily, we got other things in the home. We got lights and things like dishwashers and refrigerators and computers and things like that. So the great thing is that when you analyze this, and we've compared our homes to a normal, for instance, Energy Star home, is that that's about 30% less expensive than just living in a standard Energy Star home. And here's the dollar. I can show you right here. This home's 70. This other home's rated, if we just build it to minimum Energy Star standards, which most of the builders do, that would put you at, you're saving $40 a month. Well, $40 a month, what's that a year? $480, and you can multiply it out. But more importantly, that's why I want to point out to you, when you're looking around, you're comparing builders and homes, they're all not all alike. There are differences, but it's very hard to tell the difference. And here's the best thing, is that we're willing to give you this $70 number in writing and guarantee that for 3 years. We felt like that was a big benefit to us as a builder. As I said earlier, we want to make sure that what we're doing is working properly. More importantly, for you as a home buyer. Because, I can get like I say, I've got that warranty on the dishwasher, I've got the warranty on my refrigerator and the shingles and all that. Shouldn't I get a warranty or some sort of written expectation, guarantee as to one of the most important elements in my home, which is the energy efficiency? And if a builder's not willing to do that, you should ask yourself a question, why not? We do. We can do it because we know it works. We know every home that we build, not just a group of homes, every individual home is individually inspected and has to pass all these inspections to get certified for the program. So does that all make sense to you? So when you're looking around, if I'm saving you $40 a month, you got to build in about $8,000 price differential right off the bat, because that's the equivalent of, buying a cheaper home but you're going to pay a lot more in the utility bills. All right, well, we'll talk more as we go through the home. So once again, guys, this is just another example of ways of bringing a different element in, explaining how technology's changed, about comparing it to something they understand, automobiles, right? So good luck. Let me know how it works for you.